This month, Sagittarius, Spirit's asking you to ask yourself, what gives you strength? What do you call upon when you need additional vigor or patience or energy or compassion or fill in the blank? Hi. Welcome to Zero's Journey, Sagittarius. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before. And here on this channel, we use a compass of courage, curiosity, compassion, and creativity to get where it is we're trying to go by being right exactly where the fuck we are. And in the name of that, we're going to get into your tarot cards and the story of your month in just a second, but we want to kick off with your North Star, a kind of orientation point that Spirit wants you to keep coming back to throughout the month anytime you're wondering what to do next or where you are in the chapter. And this month, your North Star is represented by strength. So Spirit is asking you to really pay attention to the roots and how growth reflects the roots. And the fruit is born through the care and cultivation of the roots, not through the branches, right? Branches would be nothing if the roots didn't exist. So when Spirit says, what do you call upon? Do you call upon healthy things that make you feel empowered? People call on God or Spirit, or people call on, the love of their ancestors or their own courage or their own wisdom and experience. These are empowering things. We can also call upon the fact that I always have to do it myself, or men are shit anyway, so, and we can call upon things that are disempowering, things that harm our roots and therefore grow stunted branches. So, Sagittarius, what do you call upon for strength, and how do you root yourself? Sagittarians are known for their wanderlust, for not necessarily enjoying putting down roots. And far be it from me that we don't blame, shame, judge here. Spirit's not talking about those kind of roots. They're talking about how you feel rooted and aligned within yourself. How much you feel like you can be present. You know what I mean? Like if you do a lot of dissociating, for example, kind of, zoning out or whatever, that's like a sign of maybe not necessarily being very rooted and grounded within yourself. And Spirit is talking, we haven't pulled any tarot cards yet. I'm shuffling them now. We're going to get into it in just a sec. But Spirit is talking to me about earth medicine. So that strength card and roots, and you're a fire sign, right? And mutable fire, adaptable, changeable, which is a beautiful thing. You are an evolver. And when you evolve from a rooted place, your evolution will always be in alignment with your soul. That's what Spirit is saying. And when your alignment is when your evolution is in alignment with your soul, that evolution is a lot more likely to be a joyful, adventurous experience. Okay. Let's pull some more cards, shall we? Since Spirit was already talking quite a lot. We love it, Spirit, don't stop. All right, Spirit. We're talking to Sagittarius. You know the story. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Dominant people. Spirit, what do they need to know this month for their highest good? It's January. It's Sagittarius season. Woo! Whoa. Spirit's like, no. It's January, Spirit. What do Sagittarians need to know for their highest good? For their highest good. For their highest good. Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant people. What do they need to know in the month of January 2022? For their highest good. Where are they in their story, Spirit? And what do they need to know about the past in order to get to their most joyful, abundant, peaceful, pleasurable, fun future? Spirit, what do Sagittarians need to know for their highest good? Where do you want Sagittarians to have their awareness for their highest good? What kind of energies are around? helpful or hindering, Spirit? We want to know the truth for Sagittarius. Is highest good. Let's see what we got. Okay, just a couple more, Sagittarius. January 2022. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. Up first, Sagittarius. And Sagittarians don't mind a little ego death. Y'all are down for that. Wow. You're super down for that. Oh, it's going to serve you so well. Spirit wants to really honor the fuck out of your willingness to, you're always learning. Like, they just really want to give you appreciation for that, Sagittarius. I know it's weird maybe to hear that in a general reading, but please digest and receive that. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally okay. You don't have to digest and receive that. But if you know that to be true, then that is for you. A willingness to change, a willingness to recognize where you don't know everything, where there's room for improvement or room for re-education or room for further study. Like, thank you. Thank you, and it's going to serve you quite well to do that in any area that you are curious about this month. Literally everything. If it's like, I'm really curious about studying and how to invest, study that shit. If you're curious about how soil decomposition works, study that shit. Whatever you're curious about, go for it. Please do. Thank you. Center of your reading. The Lovers. Wonderful card. And a card a lot of people want to get in their reading, and it reminds a lot of people of love. And you know, at some other times I might say that I don't, you know, necessarily, that's not the first definition that I go to, but in this case, Spirit is highlighting love, partnership, family for you. And the Lovers is exactly what Spirit was talking about before we got together. The larger message of the Lovers is about value alignment with your soul, making soul aligned decisions. Sometimes those decisions are fucking scary. Making soul aligned decisions doesn't mean making necessarily easy decisions, right? You know what I mean? Doing the thing that feels like our calling can be fucking terrifying, and it enlivens the fuck out of us. We become much more conscious of the fact that, like, we are a living, breathing, energetic being that has an effect in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Spirit wants you to be enjoying your fiery fucking soul. Like, you're part of what you're doing here is inspiring the rest of us with, like, your boundlessness, your ability to chase these new horizons and find this new wisdom and share it with everybody in ways that feel lighthearted. Feels like you're doing that this month. Crossing the Lovers. Another one of my favorite cards. 8 of Pentacles. Did Spirit say Earth Medicine or did Spirit say Earth Medicine? 8 of Pentacles is a devotion to your life's work, to what you love, to doing what you love, practicing what you love. I said earlier that investing and doing research and development, doing any kind of investment into what you're curious about and improving your skills yields money, yields resources, yields fruit in many, many different ways. This is part of what I was talking about. Feels like you get really excited about something this month, about developing something, finding out more, working on it, developing the fuck out of it. 8 of Pentacles is like the tradesperson showing up at their work table every morning and like, it's not about, okay, how do I say it? Because of course, it's about the outcome. We want the outcome to be beautiful. But the point of the 8 of Pentacles is being in love with the process. Have you ever seen that painting? Spirit is bringing it to mind, and I can't even think of the title. I feel so bad, and I'm going to try to remember to put this in the description. If I forget, remind me in the comments, please. But there is this wonderful classical painting of an artist falling in love with his statue. So he's carving this statue, right? And it's so beautiful, and he renders it so lifelike that he falls in love with it, and he gives it a kiss. And when he kisses it, it comes to life. So our passion brings our art to life, and our art brings our passion to life. You feel me? You feel me? We can create a life that we are really in love with. Empress is crowning your reading. Major creative energy, mother energy, family energy. Now, how to do that? To create that life, to make those passionate, aligned decisions. If it were easy, if it were nothing, everybody would do it, right? But there are many things that tempt us away from ourselves. Sitting behind you in the past. The devil. Sitting below you in the hidden position. What's going on inside of you, or what may yet be out of sight. And being out of sight is the devil's specialty. The Tower. This to me speaks of an ego death, Sagittarius. So like I said, the devil is sitting in your past. Old habits, old ways of doing things, old ways of disempowering yourself, old ways of telling yourself why you didn't need to grow, or that it was okay to stay in situations that were not befitting of you or that kept you cramped. The Tower says you're done with that. And you're done with it one way or another. And here's what you can do about the Tower. Nobody likes to see it. It's no fun. It's like the devil. Nobody likes to see it, even though it's not the end of the world at all whatsoever. In fact, it may be the beginning of a much better phase of your life. The Tower comes when we build things on faulty foundations. When we, say, oh yeah, this person is really great for me, and I'm just going to ignore the fact that they cheated on me and lied to me a couple times and took my money. That's not an awakened, conscious, value-aligned choice. That's a choice we're making despite things we know to be true. And if we build such a decision, such a relationship on such a decision, the ultimate end is going to be this, one way or the other. But the other, the one way is boom, things fall apart because we, weren't paying attention or weren't noticing where things weren't sustainable or weren't working or weren't good for us. Or we can choose to dissolve our own unhealthy attachments, unhealthy patterns, our participation in dynamics or things that aren't good for us, don't serve our growth, don't help us get what we really want, aren't actually aligned with what we want in our soul. And please note that when I talk about being soul aligned and making decisions that are like good for you and right for you, I'm not talking about moral decisions. I'm not talking about what's right and what's wrong in the world. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what lights you up. Spirit's asking you to notice and to practice what lights you up. And if you're doing anything or have done anything or compared yourself and diminished and changed and altered and adapted yourself to suit the way other people were doing it, it didn't work, and let's just stop. Simple, right? Not easy, but simple. But where does this take you? Your future. Four of Wands. Talk about a card people do want to get. Four of Wands is joy, celebration, a feeling of being at home, a feeling of being loved, cherished. It's partnership. It's known as the marriage card, classically. I would nowadays call it the commitment card. Like, you and me are in this together. We are going to create this, or we have created this. We are doing this. Some of you may be starting families or celebrating, having already started family, like a birthday or an anniversary, anniversary of marriage, birth of a child, etc. I feel joy. I feel celebration, and I also feel that you want to bring people in on your process, Sagittarius, or else people might end up feeling left out. You're a trailblazer. and you're known for going off when you like feel it. And I just want to say there's some energy around you, 5 of Swords, of pettiness, of miscommunication, and I feel like you can clear that up. Here's the key. 6 of Swords comes right after the 5 of Swords. It's a great antidote. Whatever it is that you're choosing to change or move on from or develop, I feel like be very clear with whoever it is that needs to hear it. Like if you're making life changes, then it's probably the people who you live with, or if you're making business changes, it's probably the people that you work with, or whatever. Again, follow the through line of your own intuition. If you ever want to go deeper and actually have me be able to zoom in on that shit without you telling me anything, you can get a personal reading. All that info is in the box below. Shameless self-promotion. Be open, be clear, state what you need, and like take your people with you is what I'm hearing. Don't go without your people and leave your people behind. Take your people with you. In other words, keep people updated on what it is you're doing. Don't keep it all to yourself. Don't hoard your skills. Don't hoard your information. Don't hoard your money. Don't be selfish. Straight up. Don't be selfish. What is shared is multiplied. Okay? Joy shared, joy multiplied. Love shared, love multiplied. Burden shared, burden divided. Beautiful how it works, Sagittarius. You are moving toward beautiful things. Beautiful things. You are changing from living in service of staying safe and staying small, and changing to being in service of being in the fullness of yourself and enjoying your life passionately and fully. Not the small you, the big you, the whole you. We love to see it, Sag. And I would love to hear if you, if any of this is resonating for you, or if you have questions, stories, comments, please share them in the comments below. I would love to hear it. And if this moved you, I would super appreciate if you like it, if you liked it, if you dislike it, if you didn't like it, send to a friend, subscribe if you vibe. I would deeply appreciate it. And if you want to hang out or follow me on socials or talk in a Discord chat or any of that, all the ways to do that are in the info box below. I appreciate you, Sagittarius, and I really hope that this reading helps you have a more fun, aligned, passionate, energetic month. And if I don't see you in a video before then, Sag, then I hope I will see you in your February reading. Bye, Sag.